Today we're gonna do an oil change on the my 1997 4700 DT466E International. I'm sorry, my little baby's with me. We're gonna do the oil change and the filters, the fuel filters or diesel filters. Okay. This is pretty easy. All you gotta do is just have little knowledge to how to do so. If you have your own tools, okay? Let's start. As you can see, I always mark the dates of the the oil change of my filters. So I did it on this one on the 158,000 miles. I do every 3,000 miles, just like a regular car. But first of all, before you make the oil change, you have to warm up the engine. That way, the oil come out, lighter, much easier. So we're gonna start just to start the engine and warm up for at least 10-20 minutes. Depends of the weather in your city. We're in Texas, so. And this is the summer, so we don't really we just gonna leave it for running for a few minutes. All right, okay, so just stay with me, but warm it up first. Just be careful when you do the oil change. It's gonna be a little hot or warm. Okay, thank you guys. Okay, so using a 15-16 socket and your ratchet, I use a half. I just move the oil pan a little bit out of the way because it's kind of low right here because I'm not using any. And just loose the nut. Make sure it plays correctly because otherwise you're gonna strip the bolt. The bolt. There you go. It's pretty easy. I'm using a 1/2 inch ratchet and then 15-16 socket for. There you go. Just loose it and then you just open the oil pan, the bolt, take them out. Use a big oil pan for this truck. I think it's a 7.3 engine size, I believe, something like that. There you go. As you can see, it always looks very black, so that means it really needs it. I always change it every 3 months or 3,000 miles, whatever comes first. So let it drain it. As you can see, it's come pretty good, pretty fast because we warm up the engine for 20 minutes, and then so it's always better that way. You don't have to wait a lot for the drain process. Just let it therefore. See, as you can see, it's almost done. See, that's good. That's why I always like to warm up the engines first before do the oil change. Alright, so after that we'll leave it for a few more minutes and then put the bolt back on. Okay guys, and just tie the bolt back on at your discretion because I don't really know what's the torque on the bolt. So what I do, I'm gonna just let it drain for a few more minutes. So once it's still draining, empty it out. I'm gonna go ahead and replace the oil filter, which is just upper on the same direction. That way we got all of them right here. Look, right there. That's the oil filter. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove it. Okay, I'm gonna show you how do I do it all the time. Okay, so this is the oil filter, and this is the tool that I use. This big channel locks that I use to remove the oil filter. Okay, I'm gonna show you in a minute how do I place how do I take it off. I just put a plastic bag around the oil filter, that way it won't split out everywhere the oil. But I got worked. It was the first time I'm doing like this way. But I guess it's just to keep your you see, it wasn't that bad, right? Next time will be better. But that's the way to keep it for getting your hands to full of oil.
Ok, lì qui chúng con aquí, seca, hold it. Then now we do it. Close the lid. Ahora sí. Empezamos a poner el filtro. Yo voy a poner el fondo.
Okay, now we have the oil filter ready here. We bought it the nap auto parts. That's the part number for for this vehicle, for this truck. So the way I do, I always add probably I use 1 quart in the oil filter. Oil it's 15W40, all right. It's for trucks, diesel trucks. Always do this. Always add a like a quart of oil in there. That way it's already nice and fresh. There you go. You wanna me why ask when do you wanna me ask me why I do this? I don't know. I just do it. You can do it if you want to. If not, it's okay. But this is the way I'll do it all the time on my trucks. There you go. And now ready to put it back on. All right. And you need to tighten it up just by hand. This is what it says. All right. That's the instructions right here. All right. Let's do it. Okay. Now make sure it's clean, and then I'm gonna put it back on. Just do by hand until you get it tied down. Use both hands as well if you can. Make sure it's clean, nice and tight, smooth. I'm gonna just use the pliers to do another little turn, because since this is a big truck, it might need a little extra strong like that. I'm gonna use just a little bit. There you go. There you go. It's not that much, but it will always help. A little extra help with these big oil filters. All right, that's good to go, guys. Okay, now since you see it's no more oil coming out from the oil pan, the engine, I'm gonna go ahead and put the bolt back on. Okay, so let me just move my container out of the way for a little bit. It's dropping just a little bit, but it's not really. Just clean it out. There you go. There you go. Nice and smooth. And put the bolt back on. And just tie the bolt just your discretion. Always use a half-inch ratchet with a half-inch socket. Okay, just to make sure that's the right torque that you use when you tie it out. All right, so there you go. It's very simple, guys. Just like in another car. It's not really. It's just big parts. There you go. You can feel it, when it's done. All right. So now let's do the filters. All right. This is done right now. Okay, before the filters, we're gonna add the oil, 15W40. So it takes for this engine size, it's like 7.3 liters. I'm in 7.3 engine size, and it will take like 7 of these, 5 gallons. 7 gallons, something like that. But just keep in mind, this is a big engine. Well, for me, because I have another which is 4, which is a less smaller engine. Yes, it will take like 7 of these, okay, to fill it up. And just fill it up your discretion. Just check the oil every time. All right. Okay, so we're gonna add all of these, and then it's gonna be 7. Okay. All right, so it took like seven gallons. So I'm gonna go ahead and check the oil level. And remember, it's at 15W40. Okay, this is the oil that I'm using. So I'm gonna check just the oil, make sure that's on the right level. Okay, there you go. Just put it back in, back out, and check the oil level. All right, that's it. Perfecto, bravo. This is the marks right there. All right, you gotta be like almost to the second mark. Okay, so we're good to go, guys. Now we're gonna do the filters. Okay, the diesel filters and the air filter. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so now we're gonna lose the first oil diesel filter, which is by the oil dipstick by the on the driver side. So we're gonna use the same pliers or channel locks that we use to remove the oil filter. Okay, same operation, pretty easy, guys. Just loosen it up a little bit, and then after that just use the your hands. Okay, the hand. When it's almost loose, just use the hand. Okay, just like I'm doing it right now. Yep, right there. And that's the number on the field on the filter. So when you go to buy it, you just can give them the number, part number. Okay, that is on the filter. All right, as you can see, very easy peasy. There you go. There you go. Okay. Okay, so we got the diesel filter, fuel filter right here. Right here. Just open it and fill it up with diesel, okay? Always fill it up just in case. You never know. Just fill it up. I always do this. Fill it up at least 3/4 at least of diesel. Just get them from your tank, or from if you have another gallon, just add diesel in this filter. 3/4 at least, all right? Okay, so you can see I already put diesel in here, right there. So I'm gonna be ready to install it now. Okay. So just add the diesel in here, because otherwise you don't have to worry about bleeding the system or something like that. All right. Add the diesel in your filters all the time. Okay, so let's go ahead and install it. Make sure it's you already clean the area here around the filter, and just put it back on. As simple as that. When you guys finish installing all the filters, just write the mileage and the date on the filter, just to that when it's time to do the next oil changing filters. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I wasn't paying attention. Just make sure that it's straight up, all right? Because this is also the bleed valve, okay? The bleeding valve, so you can push it a few times until you see fluid coming out from the top. Look, all right. Let me show you again. See, it's already leaking fluid, so that means the system is bleed already, okay? Because you had to bleed it. Okay, now there's two more filters. This is the anti-cooler antifreeze filter, and this is the other filter right here, the with the water separator. So we're gonna change the antifreeze cooler first. Anti-cooler, is that what it calls? I think. Well, it's for the antifreeze, for the water. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace this one as well. Same way, guys. Remember, when you replace this guy right here, you're gonna have antifreeze coming out from this line. So just catch up all the antifreeze with your container, and when you put it back on, make sure to add antifreeze as well in your radiator or coolant tank. Okay, it's this is, you don't have to change this one every 3,000, but or maybe you do. I just replace all of them at the same time. All right, so I'm just losing it. It's a little hard to do on this one because it's tied up pretty good. All right, now it's loose. I'm gonna just use the hand. As you can see, you will see antifreeze coming out of this filter. See? Yep, just like I said. All right, just let it drain for a little bit before you completely take them out. Okay, here is the new filter already, guys, and I'll just make sure that everything is clean around it, and write your mileage and everything after you replace and everything is clean. Okay, so it's good. So we're gonna just do the last one right here next to it, which is the this one right here. This is, it comes with a water separator. So we're gonna do this one next. Okay. Okay, here we go again. Unplug the little electrical wire from the bottom first, and then now that's it. Let's take it off, and I'll show you what's the difference on this fuel filter. Okay, let me try use the same channel locks. It's a little harder because there's not much room on this one, but we can always do it. All right, same way. Bleep 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 bleep. Then just use your hand by hand and do the same thing with this one. After you replace with a new one, add a new put 3/4 at least diesel in it. Okay, all right, this is it right here, guys. Okay, I already put diesel in it, and put the valve that goes on the bottom from the other one as well. And all you gotta do, I just put it back on. Yeah, I put this one right here. Make sure that the other one goes there too. That's the electrical wire, but then the other one next to you had to remove it and put it in the new one. And then let's see, that's it. Let me just try to put it on the whole. I kind of have a crazy hand, as you can see. I can put it on the right side. Sorry about that. Yeah, looking at my haircut, this is kind of bad. All right, so just tie it by hand, and you're good to go. And don't forget to put the electrical wire back in. That's the indicator for when you have water in your line, in your fuel lines. Okay. Okay. So for last, we have the the air filter. The air filter is just you gotta just lose this bracket right here, and just pull out the air filter. That's it. As simple as that. And as you can see on my air filter, I have also the mileage and the date when I replaced it last time. This video from last year. No, from 2 years ago. Well, when I replaced that, but the video is from last year. And then I'm just wanna share it with you guys. See, as you can see, everything is right on, and that's it. Big air filter. You gotta put the new one back in. That's it. There you go. Oh, it comes with a little one in the middle. So if you wanna add it, put it. It's good. If not, that's okay. Alright, so let's put the new air filter back in there. Remember, it comes with another one, little one in the middle. And then, but that's up to you if you wanna put it yes or no. I just put it back in there. Look, as you can see. There you go. It goes right there. And then put it back in there. Very easy, huh? Very easy. Easy peasy. Alright guys, that's it. Just make sure everything is good. Remember to add more antifreeze if you replace the antifreeze cooler filter. I already put some antifreeze. And make sure everything is good to go. And let's go start it. Vamos a ver qué hace. Se apagó, vamos a prenderlo otra vez. Perfecto.